There we go. Hello and welcome back to Skyrim. Last time we finished off the Danger quests, or at least the ones we could do. There's still the skeleton key, which we'll have to do the Thieves Guild for, but we got everything else, including the Augment Infinium. Now, it seems like Zim's immersive artifacts changed what it does. Normally, I think what you do is you choose the path of Steel, Shadow, or...
You got to kill those looters. Wish I could have joined you. I haven't been allowed to
yeah,
fight
anywho.
in years.
And like a mage or something like that. And basically what happens is I think you gain 5 level ups in like each one in that school. But I think instead what it did was it chose my... I don't know how many. Somewhere between 5 and 7, maybe even 10 of my highest skills. And added 5 to them, which is interesting. And it also gave us a greater power, which basically allows me to convert dragon souls into perks on the go, which is kind of cool. So I think, let me see if I can, dragon knowledge right here. I think if I use this, I think I had 4 dragon souls previously, so this will convert it into a perk point. Nice, yeah, so it did work. But yeah, I believe we got enchanting farther up last time, and we figured out a pretty big deal. Spell Scribe is the power that infuses power attacks with spells. I didn't realize this. Here I thought it was, because, you know, we have that archery perk that makes it so that we basically cast a spell whenever we pull back our bow all the way. This is for melee weapons. So I'm going to go ahead and Spell Scribe. It does have a cooldown. So I'm going to go with Power Echoes and activates twice before going on cooldown. Now I'm not sure how big the cooldown is. Apparently, it's based on your enchanting skill, so who knows how much that'll recharge, but very cool stuff. That'll help us out, especially when we're doing starting out melee, which we're pretty much going to do, I'd say, as soon as I can get smithing up a little further. And not by much, honestly, like just a little bit. And then we can start enchanting and doing crazy stuff. But yeah, so after we did that, we are in the Forgotten City, which is pretty wild. Basically, let me do like a quick rundown. When you first go into the Forbidden City, basically it's all empty and dark and just filled with burnt corpses. And as you continue, you start seeing ghosts and haunting messages and stuff like that, basically telling you don't go to the lake house. And basically what happens is, of course, you go to the lake house because in all typical fashion you do the exact opposite of any other warning. It's how it goes, right? So yeah, then basically what happens is we are teleported back in time. And basically, yeah, this place is kind of in a weird place where these little things right here, these etched tablets actually describe what's called the Dwemer's Law, and it applies to this area. And basically, it's an underground city, and it's got this weird thing where basically, if you do any crime or any sin, everybody suffers. And by everybody suffers, what it really means is that all these dudes come to life and start like charring you alive with fire breath. So yeah, it's pretty wild. So yeah, it's interesting because you almost have like this weird hierarchy where you have the dudes who do nothing and the dudes who do everything. So like you have your merchants and tailors and farmers and all that stuff down here, and then all these guys up here don't do anything. And it's not like you can tell them to not do it because there's no way to reinforce it with any sort of punishment, because you can't harm anybody or steal anything or do anything bad. So you just have to be good. It's pretty wild, actually. So we've actually discovered a few interesting things. This guy that's been walking around, we've actually killed him once, which has actually started the apocalypse of this. And basically what's sort of an interesting thing about Forgotten City is we're going to be going through it a couple times, it seems. That we're going to have to be forced to steal and forced to kill people specifically to get further, because we need the next steps of things. One thing we're trying to get is... Oh crap, I put it away, didn't I? I'll have to go get that. But there's something called the Immaculate Dwarven Armor. And basically, it's supposed to protect you from radiation. There's like some place with a whole bunch of crazy burning energy that I can't go down unless I have all of the Dwarven Armor. So I might be forced to steal some from like maybe some high-ranking person up in there, but who knows. Anywho, let me make sure I get that armor before I totally forget. So I used one of these milestones. So hopefully it should be in my house. There we go, nice. And hopefully it should be in here. I believe it's called Immaculate Dwarven Armor. Hey Magigonads, how's it going? It doesn't seem to... Oh. Maybe... Ooh. I might have accidentally auto-sorted it. And hey Lilac, how's it going? Let me see if I accidentally auto-sorted it. Oops. Long milestone. This one. Skyrim 2, the Electric Boogaloo. Oh boy, I like the one. The Etch-a-Sketch was what got me. That was the very special edition. Oh my gosh, that made me crack up. All right, let me see here. So let me access the main safe and see if it's in here. I did the sorting, so I didn't realize it might have actually taken it out of here, which I kind of forgot about. Yeah, it is in here. Interesting. Get it on Alexa? Yeah, exactly. Now, the museum safe you're not supposed to do anything crazy with. You're only supposed to take stuff one at a time. Yeah, do not rapidly remove items. Alright, and let's see. Let me get the other one. So I guess we have a section somewhere in here for, this is pretty cool. Let me see here. There it is. Awesome. Alright, let's head back. Really? Oh, so it is actually a thing. I thought they were joking about it. Oh, that's too funny. It's like a text RPG. Awesome. You know what? We never went up here, though. Let's check this out. Oh, nope. Oh, gotcha. You were tricking. How dare you. I mean, that'd be cool if they actually went ahead and you know, had that anyway. Although I feel like it would basically just be a slew of memes, basically. Abandoned palace. I've never been in here before. I didn't even know this area existed up here. Gorger, how's it going? Good to see you. We are... Skulls and stuff? We are actually in the Lost City. Or sorry, the Forgotten City. And yeah, it's pretty wild. There's some weird time traveling going on. Looks like I can't... Oh gosh. Oh. Can I use telekinesis? It looks like it's barred by metal too. Interesting. Let's see if there's any other clues, but it's kind of awesome. We have to like piece together this wild puzzle where essentially one of the people in this lost city basically causes the apocalypse. And unfortunately for this city, that apocalypse can be done by basically stealing, hurting anybody. It's like very low tolerance for anything, so it could easily like destroy a lot of things. Yeah, it's pretty wild. You know what? Let me see if this is like a staircase sort of situation. How's it going? Gosh. Okay, Flux, how's it going? All right, let's see here. Yeah, we just got back in. Trying to see if this is a platforming situation. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, it's true. We've actually done that before. One of the things we have to do is we have to gather this armor to get into a secret area called the Immaculate Dwarven Armor. And one of the things we had to do was actually cause the time loop to happen because we had to get this off of somebody and we couldn't convince him, so we had to kill him. And of course our act of violence caused the apocalypse to happen, and then we went through the time gate again just to come back. And but now we actually have it, so it seems wild. Like it's every single time we go through, we have something a little like either knowledge or actual items that are differing, which is kind of cool. Alright, I'm not sure if it was intended to be a jumping puzzle, but I made it a jumping puzzle. So here we are. Ah, here we go. Oh, really? You made him drop the chess piece? I didn't even know that was possible. But yeah, it's really funny. The second time we went, it's like you had the option of, like, did you find out who caused the apocalypse last time, or like not? And we were like, there was like, yeah, I totally did it, and then like, lie, I don't know who did it, which I thought was pretty funny. Oh, gotcha. Cool. Okay, awesome. All right, so yeah, it looks like we have actually found our way in here. Oh. Will me doing violence cause them to go bad? I don't know, actually. Yeah, no, it's probably intended. I don't know if I should be killing these guys. The Etch-a-Sketch is not real, I know, right? I want to Fusro someone with Etch-a-Sketch and it just goes like that. Oh, I guess, right, they're not citizens, I suppose. Right. Oh yeah, we reset our lock-picking tree, so... I mean, apparently, like, this place is just filled with master locks, so it doesn't matter, but I just find it funny because we've leveled up, like, in one sitting, or, like, one lock. We've leveled up, like, 3 times or something. It's crazy. Well, actually, we were close there. It's kinda right. Oh, no. I thought it was. It's a tricky one. Luckily, I have enough lockpicks that I can, like, F around like this a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that's a typical Fallout thing, yeah. Although that was in Morrowind as well. Yeah, Morrowind had that. Gosh, I'm gonna reset that. Wherever it is, I don't even want to find it. There we go, that's better. Sometimes you're better off just doing it again because it doesn't make any sense. Alright, so these shouldn't be citizens. We're good. Nice. Go. Alright, let's see what's down here first. Cool, I'll take it all. Anything in there? It's enchanted. Thunder blasts? What's thunder blasts? Electrifies the ground underneath the target. Yeah, that one's cool. Awesome. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Oh, there's more, right? Gosh, I love the ability to, like, knock weapons out of their hand. It's fantastic. You have to time it right, though, like, right when they're about to strike you. And it's great that I can stack this, too, the speed. restoration's increasing. Uh-oh. I think it froze. Oops. Skyrim, very special edition. Let me see here. There was a lot going on there, to be honest. I'm casting a spell while doing the bow, and it's stacking debuffs, and I can forgive it that time. It's another time loop, I know, right? Friggin' A. Oh, man. That's fine, though. We know what we're doing. Alright, so I have to make sure I get the armor again. But yeah, this means we just need the boots, wherever the boots are. I have to make sure to get back the stuff which I accidentally auto-sorted. Luckily I have those milestones. Nope. That's not what I would do. Alright, and I can only do this one at a time or else it goes crazy. No, yeah, I mean it's you're absolutely right. No, a crash in the game is basically a time loop. No, it's true. We experienced a lot of those in some cases. Oh boy. You can only do this one at a time because it's meant to be like a quick access, but you're not meant to like take everything because apparently it messes with the displays. I can only imagine that like stuff would be like all over the room and stuff like that, which would be insane. Let's see here. Back. Oh, that's the wrong one. 3. If it's consistent, then it becomes a puzzle, right? How to get past this part without the game crashing? Actually, you know what? We've played that game so many times. Sometimes it is actually like a logical thing, which is wild. We had an instance in the past. I'm not sure which Skyrim playthrough it was, but there was a mod called Birds of Skyrim, which I love. It just makes it feel more filled with creatures, so it would just add little birds walking around. But there was one particular bird, and it could have been a mod conflict or whatever, but there was one particular bird that made my game crash, and it only appeared near Ivarstead. So every time I got near Ivarstead, my game crashed, which was pretty wild. So luckily we were able to sort of figure that out and get rid of that bird in particular, and we were good. Alright, but yeah, all we need is the boots now. Oh, let's get a Storm Atronach going, actually. Hey, D2D, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, we just found this abandoned section of, like, a castle here. We're checking it out. We've got 3 of the 4 pieces of the crazy, immaculate dwarven armor to protect us from radiation. So we should be good to go. Ow. I think it's kind of weird because there really is no, like, chronologically speaking, I suppose. But, like, we just restarted the loop the second time. Because we had to get the first piece of, or the second piece of the crazy immaculate dwarven armor. Oh, yeah, was there new info today? What's the new info on 76? Yeah, they're cool skeletons. I think they're based off the ones that you kind of fight in Meridia's Tower, but they do look a bit different this time, don't they? We got your Nordic fragments. Maps and gameplay footage. Take a look. Oh, we leveled up something? Restoration, probably? Our restoration, we could actually, like, do some really cool stuff with restoration eventually. Hey, Van Darkholm, how's it going? We're doing the, Lost City mod, which is pretty wild. We have to, like, do some crazy thing with a time loop to figure out who's breaking the rules of an ancient Dwemer society that's basically ruled by this whole thing where if you steal anything, hurt anybody, or do anything bad, everybody dies, basically. It's really wild. So we have to uncover who causes it. And in some cases, we actually cause it because we need to get something. Yeah, in fact, this mod is actually an inspiration to make a standalone game. There we go. Oh, is this just dwarven metal ingots? Probably look inside before I'm like, I should unlock everything. Oh, that was very close, though. Alright, let me see here. Grand Soul Gem, I'll take it. Alright. Oh, who is this guy? Burnt Horror. I guess maybe this is a guy who tried to do like the dwarven stuff, but like didn't get the whole set or something. This guy. Old dwarven gauntlets. Let's see what we got here. Arrows, daggers. Some other soul gem. Oh, I can just open these. Huh. Oh, I think that thing's alive. There we go, my spirit wolf doing stuff. Dwarven stuff. Oh, really? Oh, cool. So there'll only be 12 players on the server. Nukes can only damage your settlement, not destroy it. You can easily repair it. And you can take your base with you offline. That is relieving to hear, actually, because that was like I was having like these like terrifying thoughts as I was at work today. And I was like, am I gonna have to like put on like an hour 50 timer and like, because like imagine, if you will, like you just start, imagine like you just start like Fall 76, right? And the first thing that happens is you walk out of the vault and somebody who's been playing for like 4 hours before you like immediately kills you and spawn camps you. That would suck. Or you do that whole thing where you just finish up making your first base, you dust off your hands, and then some like terrible thing comes out of nowhere, or like somebody's been playing again, you know, like all night, and they like nuke your thing right away. They would drive me insane. That's good to know though. So the bases can be repaired easily, and they can be stored so that you can save your progress, basically. That's really good to know. That relieves a little bit. Oh gosh, hi there. Oh, ew! Are you spraying blood at me? Ew. But yeah, nuking generates rare resources. Yeah, so that'll be interesting. It's almost like you want to target something, although I'd want to target something like, I don't know, some horrible place you wouldn't want to go to anyway, right? Or maybe like a field of flowers. I don't know. Yeah, strategic locations. Yeah, that might be better too. Because, yeah, maybe there's something like destructible barriers, right? Could be. I mean, why wouldn't they enlist her? It's a freaking good one, isn't it? But yeah, one thing that still bothers me, and we'll have to see how this works, is how do you work out, right? Because there's 12 other people with you on a server. Can you relocate if things are really toxic on that server? Or like, is there something you can do? But yeah, no, it all sounds really cool, but yeah, there are like, it's one of those things, right, where, yeah, it's pretty wild. Like, it'll all depend on like who's in the server with you, right? Because if it's all your friends, it's gonna be fantastic. If you're on your own in a thing where everybody's out to get you, then that would be terrifying. You can relocate? Okay, good. Well, then everything's solved. Wonderful. Awesome. He hinted at that? Gotcha. Cool. Awesome. That's good. I knew who you meant even though he said the wrong name, so we're good. Oh my gosh, this freaking door. Hey, my lockpicking increased. Oh, is there someone in here? Oh, there is. Yeah, cool stuff though. But yeah, Special Edition's pretty good modded. I mean, one of the main reasons I kind of went with Special Edition was, one, I was told it was more stable and than Old Rim, which is, you know, debatable depending on how you do your stuff. But gosh, a lot of guys. Ooh, he attacks really fast. But yeah, I went with that. Plus, I didn't really want to do crazy stuff with ENVs or a bunch of lighting overhauls or whatnot, so I just went with Special Edition, and it seems to work pretty well. I've been pleasantly happy just, you know, with our modded Special Edition. Let's see here. This could help us though, if this is like some sort of book on what we got here. Myths of the Dwarven Law. This could help. And hey, Sir Brave Scott, how's it going? Yeah, that'd be cool too, Magigonads. Yeah, because this is a big thing as well. Like, we could end up with optional co-op Elder Scrolls in the future. Like, if they figure out how the way servers work and stuff, like, it could be very interesting. How much have you missed? Not too much. We've gone to the abandoned castle, and we've just found myths of the Dwarves' Law. So let's check this out. And let's just make sure it's not like 70 pages long. Okay, that's not terrible. But maybe you can learn like a loophole or something. As per our custom, I'll begin by paying my respects to the city's founders, the Dwemer. For the architecture, ingenuity, ubiquitous fonts of light and water, they deserve our admiration. But here I must depart from our custom. For their attempts at lawmaking, oppressive and overreaching, they deserve our contempt. Who among us has not awoken at night in a cold sweat fearing of some accidental transgression of the dwarves' law? All of us must accept, after even a moment's reflection on human nature, that we are all capable of error, whether from a momentary lapse in judgment brought by ill temper or a conscious decision based on faulty reason. But I'm here today to tell you, friends and neighbors, that you need not to be afraid, for the dwarves' law is a great deception, and I will prove it to you. Let me begin by dismissing each of the counter-arguments you may raise. First, you may argue that the dwarven inscriptions around the city are evidence of the law, but that is logically unsound. For we cannot completely be completely confident that our translations are accurate, and with all due respect to our scholars, we believe they say many will suffer for one's mistakes, but what shades of meaning are lost in translation? In any case, even if the translation is accurate, that this message was inscribed does not make it true. Oh, gotcha. Okay, they have like a big community Q&A. Gotcha. It's good to know that stuff. Also, they're having a beta, which is good too. Second, you may argue that the dwarves would not have committed their warnings to stone if they were not true. To that, I say dwarves' warnings may well have been true thousands of years ago when they built the city. Presumably, there are those responsible for enforcing the law who were vigilant and draconian in their pursuit of order. But the dwarves have long since disappeared. Surely, for the laws to be enforced, there would need to be someone watching over us. I know many of you have felt as if you've been watched, as these golden busts were somehow capable of seeing you. But ask yourself, even if these dwarven automatons were watching you, how could they play the role of judge? Surely no mere machine possesses the reason or the judgment necessary to enforce the laws of man. In short, without the instruments of justice, there can be no law. Third, you may argue that the tragedy that struck the city several years ago is evident of the dwarves' laws real. You need not remind me of that. I was the one who discovered the charred remains. It was I who collected them, placed them in the handcart, and wheeled them into the palace and laid them to rest in the tomb beneath us. I will not soon forget them, and yet I refuse to leap to conclusion that their deaths were brought on by breaking the dwarves' law. There is simply no evidence to support that conclusion. Who is to say it was not simply an attack by some demented mage skilled in the art of destruction magic? But ultimately, these arguments are just that, arguments. After years of living in fear, there is only one way to prove to you that the dwarves' law is a falsehood: action. Friends, I apologize in advance for this, but one day you will see this moment as a turning point in our history. Let us see once and for all if the dwarves' law is as real as I strike you, one of you, with my fist. And there he is. Oh boy. Yeah, they all didn't do too well, did they? So it definitely is real. Interesting little thing there. We should try sitting in the seat or something like that. So, oh, hey, actually, there's a thing right there. It requires a key. Oh. I know. Perfect plan, zero flaws, right. Let me use locate object here and see if, like, the key's not in the immediate area somewhere. Nope, no keys. He played, he lost, right? Friggin' A. Alright, Interesting. Let's try to go down this hallway again. But we can show that book. There's also something else we need to look at too. We're on a quest to find the ring of some dude's son who had died a while back. And it rolled down into, like, the forbidden section. Well, not the forbidden section, but, like, there's a section. They all lost, that's true too. But yeah, it, like, fell to, like, each home has, like, a weird back door that's, like, sealed off. And if I can figure out how to get behind there, that would open us to more areas. How do I open? There we go. You have to find that little give somewhere. Okay. Somewhere in between. Here. Okay. A little more. There we go. Alright, so what's in here? Freezing. Well, I guess this is just a faster way up. Gotcha. That's fine. Let me just try that again. Sometimes it's just better to, like, back out and go back in. Okay, that's better. There we go. Alright, cool. We also, we just need to oh, how do we get out of here? Oh. I didn't vault that through. I would have to steal some, well, no, then I would die. Some long stride to get through here a little faster. Actually, I think there was a top floor, wasn't there? I didn't really look at it. Ah, here we go. The spider webs on this one. No. Go. All right, let's see what's going on. Our lockpicking is going up like crazy. It's funny because, you know, sometimes like we go like days and days without doing any lockpicking, and then this happens, and we're like filled in rooms with master locks everywhere. This is definitely a mod made for a veteran player of Skyrim. Right, yeah, if you lacked the picks and didn't have skeleton key, right. I mean, we did just go under 100 lockpicks right there, so we're slowly getting to that point. Okay, a bit less than that. It's funny, the ones that always mess me up are the ones that are close to like the original positioning. So I'd never guess it to like not move that much. Wow, this is really nice in here. Funny, I'm surprised there aren't more people in this section. Well, I mean, it does look like it's awful. Daedric Mage Circlet, sweet. Hey, Saberwolf, how's it going? We're continuing this this crazy modded quest line. The Lost City. So we've actually found evidence, I guess, of this technically happening in the past. Ooh, it is enchanted. Let's grab it. Do I have an alteration spell for unlocking? Because wouldn't that make things incredibly easy? I do not. Yes, I did. I'm very excited. Very excited. And what's great is I hear more news and I'm more excited, because at first I was a little bit filled with concerns, but I was very happy. Right. We've talked about it at length. Yeah, we have. It's cool. It's cool. Honestly, the thing that's gotten me most excited is the new creatures, the giant sloth, the giant frogs. Like, there's some wild stuff. Ooh, I think you're right, but I can't... yes. I like your plan. I like your plan. Let's try it. Let's see if I can't just smash it as a werewolf. I know. Now, you know what I'm wondering? Like, hopefully, I don't know if this is gonna be a thing, but... Okay, imagine if you will. There we go. Ooh, despair. There we go, nice. Totally forgot about that. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I mean, I guess pretty similar. Yeah, it's been a while since I modded Fallout 4, but yeah, my mod list is in there, but it's been a while. So, I mean, it should be, like, decent, or at least recent enough. Yeah, I forgot I could tear open stuff as a werewolf. I got that special werewolf perk. Awesome. Yeah, there are some, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, being a werewolf is awesome. Oh. There's someone who's not totally dead here. Mourners. Also, is that a hood? Oh, I can't get the hood. Narbonnes's journal. Oh, from this year, amazing? Yeah. Yeah, the DLCs, I was a huge fan of Far Harbor. Easily one of, I'd say, my top 5 favorite locations in a video game. Maybe even top 3. Alright, let me see here. So these are the words of Narabus the Great, the most powerful necromancer who ever lived. By tapping into some strange energy in this place, I've achieved what no other necromancer in history has ever dreamed of. Mass resurrection. 24 corpses, maybe more, brought to life by a single spell. Consider for a moment the raw, terrifying power in that. Such is my power, that my great achievement, transcending even my own wildest expectations, was the force has forced me into this corner. You may ask, what kind of summoner cannot even summon the courage to leap from the balcony to, like, below? Afraid of heights, I may be, but you will never find a man calmer in the face of death than I. For it is only in death that I may perform my greatest ever feat, self-resurrection. I can hear my dark beauties coming for me, clamoring on the final locked gate, determined that I will join them on the other side. It is time I join the Narbus of the Great. Yes, look behind you. Crap. Got him! Little did he know he was gonna, like, sneak up on a werewolf. Let's go. But anyone can do that with the ritual stone. He only had an apprentice conjurer's robe on, so, you know. Embellishment. Alright, anything in here? Stifling. Now, my werewolf form is limited. I will start turning back to normal very shortly. I think I've opened most of the things I wanted to open anyway, so I think we're good. So I think I'll just revert form. Yeah. May 2017 was the last episode of the Fallout 4 playthrough. Okay, so that'll tell you how recent it is then. Gotcha. Good call, thank you. Fallout 4 is very easy to mod, from what I recall. I just had very unfortunate luck where I accidentally deleted save files that could have saved my game. I thought it was save game bloating, but it was actually save game corruption that happened, and of course that can happen anytime. But I deleted my older saves that weren't corrupted, thinking, oh, I have too many saves. That was a bad thing. But otherwise, it was pretty excellent. I really enjoyed it a lot. And hey, Red Hunter, how's it going? We were playing a modded quest line called Forgotten City. Basically, we're sort of trapped in a little bit of a time loop. Something bad is about to happen in the city. It's basically an apocalypse event, and basically there's like some crazy law, a Dwemer law that's being enforced here, and it's anybody who does any crime like stealing or hurting anybody or killing anybody causes basically mass extinction in this town. And basically we're trying to figure out who caused it. Now what's funny is, because it is a time loop, we've had to take advantage of that occasionally, and we've had to actually cause the apocalypse in order to progress because we needed certain items. Pretty wild. Oh gosh, gotta be careful here. I guess I could put the boots on, I suppose. We could just go in the water, I guess. Let's save. Whoop! There we go. Oh yeah? Oh, let me do a water breathing spell, because I think we can go in the sunken house. And then yeah, we've pieced together a few things. But yeah, we're gonna go talk to a Dwemer specialist for some of the things that we just found. Alright, so let me see here. We should have a water breathing we have a spell, right? Yeah, there we go, water breathing. There we go. Oh yeah? I've heard Horizon's good. Oh. There is a hatch to a cave that requires a key. Aw. We've seen a lot of places that need keys. Interesting. Oh, as a werewolf, we can't do anything that requires keys, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Oh, just become a werewolf and open it up. It's not that kind of thing. It'd be cool if that, well, not cool, that would actually break the game, but at the same time, it'd be interesting. Let's see here. Yeah, we should probably look in the other houses. Yeah, I've really not been to too many houses. Maybe it'd be a good idea, right, to just loot, well, not loot, because technically if we steal anything, it causes the apocalypse, but just go through the other houses and see what's there. Got the Oblivion Crisis, Windhelm Letters, Common Taste, Scenes of Dwemer Law. It's been a Whiterun guard in his past. Yeah, we'll check all these houses, because, yeah, we still have to get the Immaculate Dwarven Boots. Oh, here's this guy. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we're still trying to get the full armor set. We're just missing the boots at this point, so we'll find it. We've been making some pretty decent progress. Oh, hey, there's a note here. Letter from Domitus. Let me see. Letter of demand. In preparation for my inevitable ascension to Jarl, I require a ceremonial suit of armor as glorious as my rule be. A set of crusty old dwarven armor, which has been dubiously cleaned with a bit of Redguard spit polish, will simply not suffice. I require the most glorious armor the city has ever seen. I've become aware that there are some immaculate dwarven gauntlets in the palace. Tantalizing, just out of reach on the other side of a barred gate. I require you to tame them for me. How you get them is not my concern. I must have those gauntlets. I remind you that the privileged position you find yourself in as a manager of the Jarl's clothing and armor store. Should you fail to acquire these gauntlets, recommend to the Jarl to find him a more suitable person for the role. So I guess that's the clue to tell you to go to the, get the gauntlets. Cool. Now let's check the cabinet. Nothing. Yeah, if I actually steal anything, it will cause the apocalypse event, so I have to be careful. Alright, let's see here. There's some people we all haven't talked to and got their full story either, so we'll have to do that. Why are... Oh! Also, who are you? What happened to you?
You there. Come over here.
Do you need help?
I'm beyond help. The potions do nothing. And I don't have much time. I just need to tell you something.
There are the boots. What do you want to tell me?
Stendar. He plants these images in my head. He shows me secrets. Made me come here.
What did you see?
Something terrifying. Deep in the earth beneath the city. Powerful. And evil. I went down into the tunnels to destroy it. But the energy... it seeps into your bones.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Please. Please, you must find a way to get down there. And finish what
Ooh, okay, well... Thank you for the 11-month in a row resubscription, Lilac. Scared the crap out of me. Thank you, that was amazing. Also, yes, dramatic death roll. That was fantastic. Oh man, that was crazy. Thank you so much, Lilac. I really appreciate that. And it looks like we have the full set now. Oh my gosh, that's just crazy. Alright, so I think we can go down there now. Let's check out now that we have the full set of Immaculate Dwarven Armor. Alright, let me see here. Save. Let's put on all of the Dwarven Armor. So let's see. This, and that. Alright, so we should now be fine going in the underground tunnels. Now granted, I am going to need Storm Thrall or something because I'm not good at heavy armor. This is not going to be easy. Oh, you know what? Let me get some light up in here too. Also, let me set up Mark for Death. Yeah, very shiny, right? Very shiny. Yeah, we started taking damage roughly around here, so... Range energy radiates all around you. Oh. A magic anomaly. Oh yeah, I was watching a video recently. Apparently magic anomalies are like actually the toughest enemies in the game or something like that. Because they like infinitely level for some reason. Or like the highest level they can possibly get is like 6,300 something. Actually, I think it's almost 60,000. Shiny rocks. Voldemort. Yeah, it's something. Yeah, it's something to the effect of like, Yeah, at a certain point, like most things have a level cap, right? Except those guys. And the only reason it resets after like 63,000 is because there's a game glitch and they go back to level 1. Something like that. It's some wild thing. It's something like it's always 1.7 times your level, I believe. It's tough getting these guys with arrows. More like magic jerks. There we go. Get in there. Get dirty. Now we're talking. Formation's just standing there. You know, depending on how much damage they do, maybe we should actually do some melee. We can give it a shot. I'll do bound sword. See what we can do. We've got that infused power attack, so I think it'll do a leech seed or something like that. Alright, let's see what we can find. Is it just me, or is nothing actually happening? Okay, well, it's a good punching bag. Notice how very little that did to its actual health, though. Oh wait, maybe it did. And maybe it was looking at the other dude's health bar. I think that's what happened. It was just looking at the other guy's health bar. It's a little weird. Seems doing all right. Oh, really? You have floating damage? Yeah, we're in a time loop. Yep. Spell strike's ready. Oh, damn it! I missed. This thing is tough. Are doing damage to it though. This is why I need like an enchanted item as well. That would really help out. Yeah, we have the full set now, so yeah, we are actually underneath the place right now. There's my leech seed. There we go. I attached leech seed to the power attack, so that should help out. So really, what I should do is I should sort of save those up, I guess. Dark again. Wish candlelight lasted longer. Actually, technically, I believe there is an enchantment for light. Technically, I think we're good. How to get the last pieces? The gauntlets were in some crazy abandoned palace section, past some houses. I had to like jump up like what was like a staircase of coffins, basically, like a weird little jumping puzzle thing. And then beyond that, what else was there? I had to get the boots, which are actually just some guy's house. down. Are we like underneath the well of the city or something? Urban dome. Check it out. It'd still be very unsafe for me to take this armor.
And here you are. I've been waiting for you, Dovahkiin.
You know who I am?
Of course. To me, your memories are an open tome.
At all his boys.
To begin with, I know you have taken a life in cold blood.
Lucky guess.
And I know you are a brazen thief, compulsively stealing from your own kind, without remorse or restraint.
Is that all?
I know the blood of the beast flows in your veins.
Alright, you got me.
I also know you have come from the future. And why is that? Is your desire for power so great that you would break even the laws of time for it? It makes no difference. You will not take it from me. You would not be so foolish as to break my law.
You mean the dwarves' law?
I mean, my law. I made it because your kind would be incapable of order, of peace, without it.
So that would make you...
That makes me the Arbiter. I am also the founder. I discovered this site millennia ago, and the deposit of Ethereum beneath us. I laid the foundations, and I watched my children grow and learn and use the Ethereum to create marvels, technological wonders. But they grew quarrelsome and used their knowledge to create weapons to use against their own kind, and worse, their own father. So I confiscated their weapons and declared my law that each and every one of my children would live in perfect order, or they would not live at all. And here I am, millennia later, still waiting for children worthy of this city. And for my patience, it seems my reward is a visit from you, Dovahkiin. Well, why have you traveled through time to come here? What is it you seek?
Oh gosh. It's time to put an end to your law.
Your words are tainted by your sins, Dovahkiin. Yet, I acknowledge your heroic deeds too, slayer of the treacherous Encarno. Very well, I will listen.
Like you, I tried to fix what I didn't understand and made it worse.
Choose your next words carefully, Dovahkiin. What is it that you made worse?
Let's see. I tried to prevent a breach of the dwarves' law, but in the end, I was the breach.
You admit to breaking my law. In the future. At least this explains why you traveled back in time.
Let me see here. I was so focused on my goal that I didn't see the bigger picture like you.
I warn you. Tread carefully.
You've become so fixated on peace and order that you've committed genocide.
Everything I have done here, everything I have done, has been...
It's not too late to end this.
I thought that if I could create peace here, create order, that I could prove to the world that such a thing is possible, and they might follow. When the first of your kind disobeyed my law, I was disappointed. But I thought, if I was patient, the next wave might fare better. But that wave met the same fate, and the next wave after that. They betrayed me, and I had no choice but to wipe the slate clean. But the more I failed, the more firmly I had to believe that I would be vindicated one day. But I have suspected for a long time that day would never come. And now I see it never will. There is no place for peace and order in this world.
Alright, so you'll stop all this.
I will stop. From this point forward, your kind will be free to live how they choose, in whatever chaos and squalor they create for themselves. I will destroy this Ethereum to ensure your kind can never exploit it, and you may all return to the world of man, should you wish. But I warn you, Dovahkiin, making these changes will create a paradox in time. The events that brought you here will never have taken place. What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering with the past. Now, are you ready?
Huh. Interesting. I mean, is this gonna be the end of it then? Because I might have to go back and get some stuff? Or maybe? I don't know. Or is this just one puzzle and a larger thing? Yeah, I might actually want to head back then, because there was a lot of other things, like, yeah, we were saying earlier, the dude who got, like, double rations and whatnot, but maybe, really, we've kind of bypassed who needs to. There's a few endings to this. Interesting. Gotcha. So there's a few endings. Gotcha. I see. All right. Well, oh, he ended his conversation. Okay. Well. Oh.
Now, where were we?
Oh gosh. Let me make a save here, cause yeah, you're right. Maybe there's some other endings possible. Shawnee, how's it going? Don't listen to the Eye of Sauron, kill it. Can I press buttons? Yeah, there were other keys there too. Huh. Let's see what happens first.
Where were we? Your words are tainted.
Skip
Choose
this
your next
dialogue.
words carefully, Dovahkiin. You admit to breaking. I warn you.
He's very patient, isn't he?
But
Also, I like how my persuasion is really
suspected
working
for-
out. It's probably the first time I've actually been able to use persuade and actually be
what
successful.
will become of you
Alright.
is difficult to predict. But that is the risk you have taken.
That's
by
true. A few minutes is
interfering with
nothing,
the
I
past.
suppose. Alright.
Now, are you ready?
This is what might be the end. Again, we might be doing a different ending of the Forgotten City. So let's see what happens.
Goodbye, Dovahkiin.
But yeah, maybe if we kill him, something else could happen, right? That'd be interesting too, if that's something that's possible. Alright, so what is going on now? Oh hey, he's alive.
Hey! You startled me there. Wait. I know you.
You do?
You're... No, that can't be right. For a moment there, I thought you were... You know, the one the statue was meant to honor.
Yo, Altarius, your sister asked me to find you.
Cassia! Oh, I completely forgot. I asked her to wait for me at the top of the lift, and... I guess I got so tied up in this place that I lost track of time.
I'd better head back up and let her know I'm alright. Hey, do you want to come with me? We can chat along the way.
He does? Okay, interesting. Alright, lead the way.
Great. Follow me.
Maybe this will give us
Let's
background.
run back up, shall we? Don't want to keep my sister waiting any longer. So, you're probably wondering what I've been doing down here. I guess it's been, what, a few days? I'll be honest. I came down here looking for a haul I could unload on the next merchant I met. I just wasn't expecting to find a thriving
I know, right,
city.
Shawnee?
And the history of this place is amazing. Did you know that up until about 7 years ago, they had what they called the Dwarves' Law? Apparently there were inscriptions warning that if one person committed a crime, everyone else would pay for it. But they were all trapped in the city with no way out, so they lived in fear that someone would break the law and get them all killed. Then, one day, a strange woman appeared in the city out of nowhere. They say she just walked out of the lake house, like she owned the place. And she wore this spectacular dwarven armor. A lot like the armor you're wearing now, actually. And a few people saw her walk into this corridor.
And thanks
into
for
a
the
field
fall,
of deadly radiation.
Trainer
Like it was
Zeus.
nothing.
You appreciate
Like it hadn't killed people before her. And then the ground started shaking, and golden statues were collapsing, and inscriptions were crumbling all over the city, all at the same time.
And the sun under the ground, which used to light up the entire cavern, bursts into flame and explodes.
And strangest of all, the cavern roof opens up like the petals of a flower, and there's real sunlight for the first time in thousands of years. So of course, people start wondering, did she just walk down here and single-handedly dismantle whatever was keeping the Dwarves' Law going? Who was she? Was she still alive? So Bro, the local scholar, goes down into the quarry to take a look. But now the whole place is empty. But all the way at the bottom, sitting alone in the darkness, is a statue of a stranger. Oddest tale I ever heard.
Interesting, so that's what happened. We'll have to see what became of the city, though. Like, if the dwarves' law is broken, did everybody just friggin' kill each other? Oh, wow, yeah, look at that. Hey, it's you.
Hey, I remember you. You're back. After all this time.
Oh my gosh! Golvar is the farmer who said he would definitely kill the Jarl if he had a chance! How have you been since the dwarves' laws lifted?
Can't complain, my friend. You know, not long after they executed Metellus, turns out he was behind Macy's disappearance. They made me Jarl. It was a bit of a shock, to be honest. But I guess they wanted someone who wasn't at all like Metellus. Jarl Galvar. Still sounds strange to me. And I guess I have you to thank for it. If you hadn't freed us from the dwarves' laws, Ulrin could never have overthrown Metellus. So, thanks. I imagine you'll be moving on soon, but you'll always be welcome here. We even kept your chambers exactly as you left them.
Wild. I mean, I need to go back, though. because there's like keys that open other places here that I still haven't opened. There's a lot that I haven't done, I believe. But yeah, it looks like we found the fastest way to do it, which was to find all of the armor, go to the bottom, and then use our speechcraft to basically, like, talk the guy out of the Dwarven law. Yeah, there was, like, chests and trapdoors and all kinds of stuff. Not sure where all those are. But yeah, do we have, any things here? I did Project AHO. That was a lot of fun.
Hi there.
Hey, wait. Isn't that the son of the guy that they said died? What? Alright, well, I guess let's meet up, I suppose. We'll check this out, but I think what I'm gonna need to do is go back in time. Oh gosh. You alright there? So yeah, now there's actually an elevator. Oh yeah, did you? Alright. I think I'm gonna go back before I go any further, because yeah, we completed it. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back then. Because there's still... Now I may need help with this. Basically, I want to go back because there's a few items and things that I'm missing. Like the keys to go to the lower temple and all kinds of other stuff. Oh yeah? Oh no, I won't spoil anything. Oh, we're stuck down here. Let's try to load something earlier. How about here? Oh, it was right before the door. Okay, there we go. Nice. Oh, really interesting. Gotcha. So you admitted to the time manipulation, and so he still ended up being the Jarl. I mean, I like that they overthrew Metellus and killed him. I think that's really cool, because honestly, he's an asshole. Let's head out of here. And let's see what we can do, because you know me. I hate locked chests with, like, keys that I need to find that I don't know their location. I have to go get them. If you guys know anything, a hint would be nice, because this seems... I seem to have taken the fast way, which wasn't my intention. But, yeah, I might need a bit of direction going forward. See here. So let me talk to the dwarven guy first. I feel like that's an avenue I should go. Alright, and then let me make sure I'm wearing my actual armor. Let's see here. Anything else? The Savior's Hide. Wearing anything I need? I think that's about it. Oh, no, I don't have my helmet. Process, there we go. Awesome. Oh, really? Gotcha. Really? So most of the other things would have led me to that exact same place. Interesting. Okay, so I guess my major question is, what unique items am I missing? Because I'm a hoarder, so that's what matters to me. Alright, let's talk.
Hello, neighbor. Made any exciting new discoveries?
Yeah, there's a sewer. There's a couple places, yeah, that I don't think I've been to. I found a way into the palace.
Brilliant. What did you find in there?
Let's see. I found this speech about the dwarves lost surrounded by burnt corpses.
Let me see it. That is disturbing. This Dorotus fellow set out to disprove the existence of the dwarves' law, and instead triggered some kind of mass execution. So the dwarves' law is real, and can be triggered simply by striking another person. I take no pleasure in being vindicated in relation to this. But there's something else that troubles me. If the dwarves' law is still being enforced, does that not suggest the existence of some kind of judge? And this judge, who watches over us, must be somewhere inside the city. I need you to find whoever, or whatever it is. And when you do, well, I'm not going to say it out loud, but do whatever you need to do. For yourself, and for us all.
Right, yeah, and so apparently the Arbiter as well, and I found a way in the palace.
Brilliant. What did you find in there?
And it was overrun by undead, resurrected by Narabus. He's dead.
How terrible. But not unexpected. Narabus was a reckless fellow. But did you discover something about the dwarves' law? Some relic or text? Farewell. Come back if you think of any questions.
Alright. So... what can you tell me about the harmful energy underneath the city?
Ah, yes. Fascinating, isn't it? It seems to be radiating from something deep beneath the city. But I've never been down far enough to see what it is. But if the dwarves were able to access the quarry that appears to be down there, presumably they had a way to protect themselves from it. So perhaps a full suit of dwarven armor would protect you. Not just any old dwarven armor, though. It would have to be in immaculate condition.
Okay. Interesting.
Farewell. Come back if you think of any questions.
I know, right? Now I'm curious as to where all the keys are that I need. I mean, we could actually just do locate object, I suppose, and try to find it. Have I explored all the houses? I have not. Let's go ahead and systematically do that. But oh yeah, let's do it, and we'll do this locate object as well. Let's see here. I believe this will only see if it's... no keys. I think it only sees it if it's laying about. That's my house. Right. There's a lot of things that require keys. Thought that might have been a skill book. Tome for Soul Trap. Chanter's Primer. We already read that. Yeah, maybe. Keys. But yeah, let's check all the houses, because I definitely haven't done that. We should definitely full clear this place. I think I've done most of the castle. It's empty. No keys. Yeah, there's the underground tunnels here. Gosh, it seems like everybody has a key that I can't open. Maybe there's a master key or something we need to find. Is that a letter? A reward notice. Oh, right, for his son's ring. It looks like their son was alive in the future as well, which is pretty excellent. Reward notice. What else we got here? Requires a key, requires a key. This place too. There's so many things that require keys in here. It drives me nuts a little bit. And there was that chest in that throne too. These kinds of things bother me. Alright, let's see here. There's Kolvar's house.
Friend, you've outstayed your welcome here. I heard you took down some bat.
Hey, did you hear what I said?
Oh, no keys.
Get out.
He gets very angry very fast, but I'm kind of glad he became the Jarl. I think that's awesome. He does have a bit of a temper, though.
What are you doing here? I hear you're handy in a fight. Are you going to leave? Or am I going to have to throw you out?
Okay. Oh, yeah? Really, really interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I think we got pretty lucky, honestly.
Get out.
Got pretty lucky when it came to all that.
I said, get out.
Oh, a letter. Dear Ulrin, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're a beautiful man. I know you hate being trapped down here, but I honestly don't mind it. As long as I'm here with you, I'm home. Oh my.
For the last time, get out.
I didn't actually check his house for keys. Save. Oh yeah, there's the Keening quest. We should probably do that at some point.
Hey, you're the one who killed all those bandits. I said, get out.
No keys. Gosh, gotta love locate object though. Actually, it's funny. I don't think I've ever used it to detect keys before. I've used it to detect like chests and stuff like that, but this will be the first time I'll be using it for keys.
Hey, hey, why are you still here?
Keys.
Are you trying to make me angry? Get out!
Oh, we've been in this one. And thanks for the follow. Okay, Oflux, thank you. Appreciate the follow. Yeah, we did pretty good just grabbing all the stuff. Yeah, they do have blue eyes. I didn't realize, but they're like in each home, honestly. That's pretty wild. Unfinished letter. Oh, what is this? Vernon, this is your final warning. Yeah, I wonder... Some of the NPCs might have keys on them. Right, which of course I'd have to steal from, which would cause the thing to happen, right. Interesting.
What are you doing here? Get out.
Alright, let's see here.
Are you dead? I said get out.
Keys. I feel like the Jarl might have a key that we need or something. I kinda doubt we're gonna find anything in here, but yeah. Keys. else we have? I think this is the last house? Oh, and this is the house we found the boots in, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. Brandis's will. I, Brandis of the Vigils of Stendar, make this will. I leave all my worldly possessions, including my immaculate dwarven boots, to whoever's willing to continue my mission, to rid this place of the evil that lies buried beneath the city. May Stendar's blessing protect you. Right, interesting. Alright. Well, I mean, I suppose if everybody's still alive in the future, I can always steal from them in the future when the Dwarves' Law isn't enforced. So maybe it would be best to just go down, kill the guy, and then go to the future, and then if I really need to, I can basically take whatever I need without any problem. Something like that. Hey, Swaghammer, how's it going? I'm just scratching my head trying to figure out how to best proceed here, because we found a way to basically totally sees me, so it's not going to be happening. Yeah, there's the key there too. Actually, that bothers me. E3 miss. It does bother me that there's so many things locked by keys, though. No, I didn't even know that was a thing, that there was someone missing. But in the future, who did they say kidnapped them? I think it was the Jarl, wasn't it? Okay. So Delgund has a key. Could be a misunderstanding, though. Unreliable narrator. Maybe. Alright, now this is interesting, because if we need to get all the keys, we're going to have to restart things a lot. Or maybe I could play out the thing in its entirety and make sure I get literally everything. Let me make a save here. Kill them all and take their keys? Yeah, that might actually be the way to be, honestly. That might be the way to be. Let's make our own little apocalypse, shall we? Alright, so let's find every freaking item we possibly can, then. By causing a little apocalypse of our own.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Wow. Talk about getting thrown. Delgin's got a lot of health. Also, where are my dudes at? Alright, so let me see here. Blessed Steel Badlocks, Delgin's key. Alright, so we got a key. There we go. Note of Mara, resist shock, Hagraven feathers. She's got a key too. All these people hoarding their keys from me. How dare they? I wonder how long I can survive in this place. There we go. Dagger of Falcon Punch.
Done. See you in oblivion.
Alright, she doesn't have anything. Okay, he'll keep doing his thing. We already killed him once. Oh, do you? Oh, interesting. And that's how you get the key? Nice. Took care of Brawl. Midst of the Dwemer Law. Nah, he doesn't have anything on him. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright, so he's killed that guy. Marius has a key as well. Alright, let's make sure that we have more people to keep them busy. Are we mass murdering? Yeah, we're mass murdering for looting keys. Yeah, exactly. You know, if we're causing the apocalypse, we might as well just get everything we need in one go, right? So that's why I'm just going through, taking everybody down I possibly can, that way we get all the keys. Wait, if we kill the Jarl, does that mean... Well, we watched him die, technically. Yeah, that'll work. Give me your keys. She has a key. Look at all these people with keys. They were all hiding keys from me the whole time. Little bastards. Turns out the Arbiter was right all along. I am just, yeah, at this point. See, there's so many things that require keys. How dare they? I bet you have keys too, don't you? No, she actually... Who are they beating down right now? I don't know. Woo! There are about 30 keys in totals, but some are not used. Oh my gosh, really? Okay, let's do a time break. What are they even fighting? Grand Soldier. Oh, they might be fighting each other, actually. Is that a Firefly I draw? I think there's a level above this, isn't there? Yeah, without the dwarves' law, they even commit crimes against each other, right? Friggin' A. You know, it's funny. Normally you don't see me do, like, you know, killing an entire town. It's usually something I don't do. But this is the one time it's acceptable, because there's a time loop. So it won't actually happen. Alright, let me see here. The Jarl usually makes his way out, actually. I thought there was another level, wasn't there? Am I wrong about that? No, this is definitely the top level. Right, let me go to the floor below then. I think we're probably missing a few people. Might have to go barging into some houses as well. A lot of freaking noise. Luckily, long stride makes me super fast. Chest. Second letter to the Jarl. Please advise this week on the progress of your efforts to dismantle the Dwarven bust. This is an issue of utmost importance to me personally. Your efforts will be rewarded. I just moved too damn fast for them. Actually, no. Let me make sure that things are. I've collected everything I need here. Okay, there's someone dead down here too. Sato's got a key. Luckily, my dwarven guys are keeping him busy. Detect dead spells great. Did this guy have any more locked things in his room? Besides the dresser that had his crazy things. It looks like we're good then. Ah, hi there. You are not dead.
Oh gods, this can't be how I died.
Let's see here. He's got a key as well. They all have keys. Friggin' A. It's actually pretty funny, right? What's the purpose of them having keys if the Dwarven law means you can't steal? I guess what that really means... Oh, I see some guy there. Oh, the shot! I guess what that really means is that they all have a bunch of stuff they want to keep hidden. It's a weird thing, isn't it? Letter from the Jarl to Dooley. Dooley's rusty key. Let's see here. I'm writing this to you in relation to your continual requests for assistance finding your brother's hidden chest containing a so-called fortune. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your brother some years ago, I wish to impress upon you the importance message. The treasure you seek does not exist. It is not my place to speculate whether or not your brother may have misled you, or whether you simply misremembered his words to you. I do not propose to discuss with you again. However, I've had quite a few complaints from your neighbors about you bothering them. I must ask you to stop the behavior immediately. So there might actually be treasure as well. Look at all these things we missed out on. Holy crap. Expect some dead. We got both of those. Oh, I'm gonna have to summon a whole bunch of stuff. You're gonna need to distract this one as well. There we go. There you go. You keep everybody distracted. I'm just gonna go ahead and murder some peeps. Yeah, does this mean I can open some of these things now? No? Can't go in the underground tunnels yet. Yeah, we did get a rusty key. Don't mind the ones crawling around on the ground. They're fine. Don't mind them. Interesting. I think they got knocked down kind of like I get knocked down by those guys and sent for miles. Yeah, kind of like that. And I think we got this guy. We got his key, didn't we? Let me see. Ah, there we go. Nice. Crafting feathers. Lowering poise. Whole bunch of Dwemer stuff. Golden ingots. I think this is really just his merchant thing. Some skooma. So you're going to meet Volume 1. That's for the library. Alright, let me see. These poor dudes. They're like half knocked over and stuff. You go take them on, distract them. Alright, Delgan. Yeah, that was that guy. We just went into his shop. Are the rest of the people hiding their homes then?
Everybody, go home and lock your doors.
Alright. Wolf, please. I'm trying to get out of my way. Wolf spirit, please. Oh my gosh, wolf spirit. How? Why? Wolf spirit. Damn you. How are you even still alive? Here. Oh, that just made another one. Oh, please. Oh wait, didn't we try to steal from her before? Yeah, she didn't have a key either. Alright, let's see here.
The challenger is near.
Where's her husband though? Her husband should be around as well.
The challenger is near.
No one's in here. I feel like there are definitely a lot of dead people, or there should be. I just don't know where they are.
Run! Everyone run! Run! Everyone run!
Alright, let me see. You got a key as well. People got keys! Hiding stuff from me. Alright, you distract the giant things, please. Got a lot of health, actually.
Maisie, I'm on my way.
Alright, let me see here. You got a key as well. They have so many keys! Yeah, they'll keep going until I'm dead, which isn't gonna happen too easily. Alright, you got a key too? Nope. Okay. We do have skooma. Alright, let's see here. And we got gold bar, right? Alright, cool. I still think we're missing some people though. Whoa! Freedom! Oh, is it? Oh, no, I'm good. I seem to be... that was... For a second I was moving weird. Okay, we're good now. But yeah, let me check the bar, I guess? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was revealed sort of after the fact. They Yeah, it was kind of revealed after the fact that, yeah, the Jarl kidnapped his wife. Yeah. Pretty wild stuff. Potato moonshine. And any dead here? Nope, okay. Yeah, I feel like there should be a lot more people, but I have no idea where they are. Odd. We did find a bunch of keys, though, and we did find a rusty key. Unless they're seeking refuge in some place, but I feel like I've looked everywhere. Alright, oh, it sees me. Gosh, they fly, don't they? But yeah, we did get a rusty key. Maybe we can go in that sunken house. Now, granted, it is still, like, midway through the apocalypse, but I don't think it'll matter, right? We'll have to see. Or it'll be that much worse. Let's make a save. And let's get some water breathing. Yeah, in that case, we're gonna have to find someone to blame. Which would be interesting, too. If we want to get the other key that goes to the sewers. Yeah, so we got the key to this. Let's see. So where does this go? Oh. Well. Holy crap. Who are you?
Stop right there. What is this one doing here?
I'm Xenia. I'm looking for a treasure chest.
Ah, the locked chest. Yes, we have it, but have been unable to open it. Why don't you come in and join us for dinner?
I have some questions first.
Very well, but hurry. We are hungry.
Well, what are you doing here?
We are explorers like you. We were exploring the bottom of a great mine when we found this cave. But just as we found it, the earth shook and the mine collapsed behind us. This is our home now. We are pleased to see someone in the flesh.
Who is we?
My siblings and I. Don't worry, we will all share in your company.
Dinner. Yeah, this is seeming much, yeah, what is this place?
We are not sure. A lonely tower sitting all by itself in a forgotten pocket of the earth. It is strange, is it not?
Alright. How long have you been down here?
So curious this one is. We have been here for years, surviving on fish and this wondrous mushroom, and whatever else we can scrounge up.
Alright, that's all the questions I had.
We are but just as we found it,
That one.
So curious
Nope, that's
this
not what I
one
wanted.
is.
That's all the
We
questions
have
I
been
had.
Good, good. This one asks many questions. Now, let us eat.
I turn into a werewolf and eat them all. Alright, lead the way.
Very good. Follow me.
Let's get a beast form. Oh no, I already used it today. Oh well, it's fine. Let me at least get my storm thrall going, because I'll be in a very bad position if I don't actually have something summoned.
Can you smell that? What is? Some dinner comes to us.
Cave dwellers.
Hurts us. No. No. It hurts us. Eat it. Hurts us.
Let's see here. But yeah, it's a shame. You know, we've got a lot of perks in the Moonlight Tales mod tree, but it's funny. For some reason, there's so far been no power that's been able to give us like additional transformations. Oddly enough.
It hurts us. It hurts us. No. Hurts us.
Gosh, they have a lot of health. Oops, I just unsummoned my dude.
Smells delicious.
Luckily, I've got a lot of perks working in tandem to keep them at bay. Maybe I can change that in the configuration. I never thought of that before, but yeah, I should try that.
It hurts us. It hurts us. No. It hurts us. No.
Oh! They're restoring health. Wait, what? Oh. 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 What?
Quickly, let us eat it. We must feed.
Oh gosh, there's another one. No wonder I was having a tough time there. Very tasty health regen, yes, of course. There we go, let's gain some health back. There we go, Mara's lamb doing work. There we go. Freaking A. Lonely tower key. Maybe Argonians just have like some wild health regen. I never looked at the Imperious version of this kind of stuff.
It hurts us. It hurts us.
Good, holy crap. Eastern Door Longsword, look at that. They regen so much, I know, right? It's crazy. Go after them, Wolfie. There we go, good gravy. Hunting Bow of Momentum, lowers poise. Oh, okay, gotcha. Palmer stuff, dwarven stuff. Whew. Oh, I did not, I don't know. Maybe. It is one of those things where I have so many abilities, sometimes I forget what I have. Oh, interesting. Weapon degradations back in 76. Interesting. That'll keep you on your toes. I like that. I mean, it is nice not having to worry about, like, weapon degradation, but at the same time, it is kind of, like, it feels more wastelandy, right? That you gotta scavenge for stuff. Oh yeah, the release date is November the 14th, right? I think, right? I'm glad I didn't leave yet. So much stuff. I feel like there's still people that we sort of missed somehow. I don't know where they went, but I feel like we missed them somehow. Well, it's not an MMO at all, really. Am I failing what on purpose? Racial Callisto. Awesome. Alright, so let's check this tower. Oh, the lock picking? Oh. It was just a tough lock. Letter from Mulbar Dooley and Citadel Key. Now, it was just a tricky lock. I don't have any perks to help me either, so it just is that difficult sometimes. What of alteration? What is that? Robes of Devastation. I got those Robes of Devastation. Maybe, I don't know. Let me see here. Of Devastation. Oh, yeah, when your health falls below 25%, 16% chance to release an explosion. Awesome. So let's read this note. Well, of course it's easier to cheat. I don't, though. Let me see here. Oh, sorry, I'm looking in the wrong section. Here we go. Alright, let me see here. Dear Dooley, if you're reading this, or having someone you trust read it for you, it means I'm dead. I'm sorry I won't be able to look after you anymore. I really want, I want you to really, to try really hard, to remember something important. Your Armatelius cannot be trusted. After leaving you this note, I'm going to confront him about what he's doing in the locked room in the Citadel. If I do not return, it's probably because he killed me. With this note, you will find a key to the Jarl's locked room. You will find someone with a good heart and a good head. You're always a better judge of character than me. They'll know what to do. Interesting. Oh, but what did you try to post there? And Darkhold. You have to ask permission first. Alright, so I guess partially it was a treasure. Oh, I'm gonna need to do water breathing, aren't I? Funny, we're still mid-apocalypse, so we'll have this information, but it'll be tough to get to. Let's see here. Because it could be that the person we're trying to save is most likely already dead. We'll have to see how that all works out. Is that just some normal armor? Yeah. Oh, it's the documentary? Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Cool, cool. I got what you're saying. Yeah, sorry about that. Moobot can be a little nasty sometimes. Yeah, I'll check it out when I have the chance. Yeah, definitely. All right, so of the 5 keys that were interesting. All right, let me just make sure I've got dudes to have my back here. Excellent. It is kind of weird though, because I mean, it seems to me that the Jarl's actually the real villain here. But I suppose technically he may not be the person who actually causes the apocalypse to happen. It's kind of an odd situation, because yeah, it seems like you guys are describing the fact that I'm going to have to accuse someone of about to break the Dwemer's Law. So there's a lot of weird things going on. Let me head back up. That's not right. Where the hell's the upper floor? Ooh. Where the hell's the stairs? There it is. Yeah, I had the feeling that might happen as well. Like, it doesn't actually matter who you accuse, because technically someone's going to break it eventually, right? Because it could very well be me again, right? Yeah, it's sort of all the balance of everything is very tenuous with all the stuff that's happening. All right, so let me see here. Lingering fire. Oh, smoldering. Forgotten city. And then I guess they're...
Not again! Please don't hurt me!
Oh gosh.
You're gonna let me go, right?
Freaking A, this is a bad time to be meeting. The apocalypse has literally just happened.
You're gonna let me go, right?
I guess I can't actually, help her, technically?
You're gonna let me go, right?
You're better off in here, actually. Alright, let's restart the thing here. Alright, let's just put on the cushioned boots for a second. Alright. Oh, that's weird. Killer, she's got the last key, friggin' A. Alright, so let's reset the thing then. And then... Here we go. I mean, Jarl Metelius seems like the worst of everybody here.
You must stop this from happening.
Alright, let's take his stuff in the lake house key. And all his armor and stuff. Alright, reset time. Nice. Okay, so now that time's reset.
You there? Where did you come from?
Alright, let me just go through this quickly. I got lost. Your laws.
The Jarl can tell you more.
I know things will make my own way.
And if you have any questions about this place, I talked to Bro the Scholar. He seems to know a lot about it.
Alright, so we do have to talk to everybody, or not everybody, but back.
Oh, bro. I've been meaning to ask you.
there. Welcome to our
here.
city. Please.
I trust you're on your way to speak with the Jarl.
Alright, excellent. But it's actually pretty funny. Like, the ending that we had, like the first ending we had, seemed pretty damn decent. Like, the people that, like, were awful died. So, yeah. It seemed like a good one. But yeah, there's definitely more secrets that we didn't get. Like the fact that we can now go in here and save that one lady, right? I wonder how that... Well, I guess we'll have to talk to, that Dark Elf guy.
It's always... Here's a key to the last...
Alright, you see here, you sent me from the future.
This is my... This...
Yep.
But that's all.
This is the letter you write when the thing's about to be
dwarves'
destroyed.
lore is
Somebody triggered the
real.
drummer's law. I don't know who triggered
That
it.
is a shame.
Alright, what do you want
I
from
need
me? You want me to
must-
find some
as you
stuff?
are. I
Cool.
ought-
Alright, I'll
I
help
can't-
you. Blah, blah,
and
blah,
of
blah, blah, blah,
Now
blah.
what do you say? Will
Yes,
you
I'll
like-
help you.
Thank you. If it... Goodbye for now. And good luck. I don't need to tell you what will happen if you fail.
Alright, so... But yes, yeah. So, no, I do not have the underground key, which I think I need to, yeah. So, it is funny. You are absolutely right, Okeoflux. You're absolutely right. What's fueling me now is greed. It's not, I want to see multiple endings. It's, there are locked chests, and it bothers the fuck out of me. So at this point, just give him a culprit then. Okay, then. So, who do we have that we can, I mean, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter, technically. There's Vernon, Rikus. Yeah, it doesn't actually matter, I suppose. But yeah, let's just tell him.
Hello again, my friend. Any word about the matter we discussed?
Alright, could you clarify something for me? Oh, I know who's going to destroy the city.
Well, I hope your investigation has been thorough. I don't want you accusing the first person you suspect. So, who is it?
Let's see here. Let's see. Oh my gosh, wait, can I do that? It was you all along. I know what's in your locked room. Oh my gosh.
I'll talk to you
Let me save. Let me save.
soon, I hope.
All right,
Well,
let me figure this out. It was you all
I don't
along.
want you accusing the first
I know
person
it's
you
in your
suspect.
locked room.
So, who is it?
Hey, keep your voice down. Do you want to get us all killed?
Look, you might have noticed we're being watched by the dwarven statues everywhere you look. But I managed to break the bust in that room. So in there is no dwarves' law. Understand? What happens in my private room stays there. Because if my little secret gets out, then you and everyone else in this place is going to suffer badly. What you do next is up to you. You can keep your mouth shut, in which case we all live. Or you can let her go, in which case we all die.
Let's see. You know, I do wonder, does casting a spell on somebody cause the law? Because technically all I'd have to do is drag one of these people to like the judgment blind spots, right? Either his private room or outside and kill them and it wouldn't be a problem. Don't be part of this, I'm letting her go.
Ha! We'll see if you've got the stomach to go through with it, even if it means getting yourself killed.
It's not his daughter, it's someone's wife, isn't it? Will you at least get me out of here like you promised?
I promised you no such thing. I said I'd do everything in my power to help you. But here's the thing. There is no way out of here. You're stuck here for the rest of your life. Now get out of my citadel. I'm bored of you.
Just don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna stand uncomfortably close to you. And then let's just see. Just standing just here, Dremore. If he falls to his death, does that count as murder? Oh, darn it. Just wondering if we can just slowly... He seems too smart. Because I don't want to do anything offensive. But sometimes NPCs, if you get too close, they'll like try to back up to get out of the way. All dragon? Oh, maybe if I do a summon. Let's see here. Let's summon an Atronach and see if maybe...
Get out of my citadel. I'm bored of you.
No? Nah, he seems pretty, he won't move, looks like. Gotcha. Alright, so let's release that lady and see what happens. I'm not gonna hurt you. But yeah, he did not give us the key to the tunnel, that's true.
Thank the gods. Quickly, you have to let me down before that monster comes back.
Let's see here. Alright, release the prisoner.
Thank you. He'll be here any moment, so be quiet and follow my lead. You filthy pig.
What? No!
Wait, you can't hit him though. Oh, snap. Right. Right, because she'll just go out and kill him.
If you attack me in here, you'll break the dwarves' war and kill us all.
Damn it. Yeah, I know. So she's gonna break the dwarves' law here.
After what you've done to me, I just don't care. It looks like a way out.
Wait, what? Why am I naked? What?
Hi there. You gave me a bit of a fright. I thought I was in here alone.
This is a weird ending. Your Altars? Your sister asked me to come find you.
Well, that's a relief. Say, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Xenia.
Really? That's strange. I was just reading an old journal I found here. It was burned, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name.
What did it say? Yeah, I'm interested to hear what it is this time around.
It described an event about 7 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the lake house. Led some kind of uprising against a tyrannical Jarl, breaking an ancient law, and triggering some kind of catastrophe. It said most of the city folk were evacuated. and the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
Enough talk. Are you ready to get out of here?
I've been ready to get out of here from the moment I set foot in this place.
I think we can escape through a crack in the bathroom wall?
Great. Lead the way.
No way, really? Roll through the broken... Oh! Why is there a skeever here? Ah! Cool, so that's another way. Oh my gosh, there's so many different endings. This is nuts. This is nuts. So that's another ending. It seems like they said most of the people escaped. Alright, this time let's blame somebody. But first put some clothes on, I know, right?
Hello again, my friend. Any word about...
Yeah, that's the escaping through the toilet mission. Let me see here. Oh, is that what it was? Maybe. Alright, I know who's gonna destroy the city.
I hope your investigation has been thorough.
Let's see,
I don't
let's
want
go
you
with
accusing the first
Vernon.
person you suspect.
His
So,
sins are going to break the Dwarven law.
Vernon, whose only sin is that he doesn't care for womenfolk. Ridiculous. I'm beginning to wonder if I chose the wrong person to investigate this. Unfortunately, you're all I've got. So get back out there, and don't come back until you have something solid.
Oh. How about the guy that, like, you know, is part of the Dark Brotherhood?
Hello again, my friend. Well, I hope your investigation
let me
has
try...
been thorough. I don't want you accusing
Rikus,
the
he's
first
been threatening
person
violence
you
against
suspect.
Vernon?
Ah, Rikus. Yes. I've noticed him becoming increasingly agitated, walking around with his weapon drawn. Well, this won't be easy to sort out.
Yeah, we're gonna do the Arbiter death ending. Yeah, that's the ending we're going to do. I just want to make sure that we unlock everything that we possibly can when it comes to locations and stuff like that. Alright, so what do we do now?
There's only one thing left to do. I need you to kill him for me. But you need to be discreet about it, so as not to break the dwarves' law. You see, I believe we're being watched by the dwarven statues and busts all around the city. But there are blind spots, areas where they can't see us. One of those areas is the tunnels below the city. If you can lure your suspect down there and kill him, no one will ever know. Ugly business, I know, but it's the only way to save my people, to save us all. It'll be our little secret. Can I count on you one last time?
Alright, let's do it.
Good, thank you. Now, here's a key to the tunnels under the city. You can enter via the basement of your own chambers, or any of the others.
Alright, I'll take care of it.
I knew I could count on you. Sometimes even good people have to do regrettable things. Let me know once it's done.
Alright, interesting. Alright, so we got our cushioned steel plate boots. Gosh, gotta love that. Alright, let me see here. Then put on my regular boots. The looting. And then I think I'm gonna do another partial quest here, where I think they lost something down in this area. The ring like rolled behind there, and now we have the key to actually get back. There we go. So now we can go to the underground tunnels. Alright, let me get Candlelight going here. Power armor boots, right? There we go. Almost. Oh. There we go. The things. All right. But it is funny, like the more like this, it's, if you think about it, really this is the weirdest, craziest social experiment there ever was. But there's so many flaws to it. Like it's a little obscene how many flaws there are. Like, for instance, I mean, first of all, the fact that like people can find blind spots in the judgment, right? Like that just invalidates so many things. That has to deal with, you know, enforcing peace and all that kind of stuff. And then in addition to that, one other thing that I sort of came up with really early is like, what's stopping people from just doing their own thing and not giving a crap about anybody else? Like, if you wanted to and you had the skills, you could just... This. Friend's house, a trapdoor. You could pretty much just go ahead and be like, alright, well, I'm gonna... Oh, cool, look at that. Oh, wow. I guess I could have gotten down here without the key at all. Damn. But anywho, like, if you had the ability to farm and gather your own food and stuff, you could just... Nobody could stop you. Well, unless, of course, they drug you to a blind spot, but... Yeah. What are they gonna do? Like, nag you to death? The whole, like, the whole thing of power, too, is very tenuous. Like, literally, it's just some guy saying, yeah, I was the first one here, or like, yeah, I'm in, like, fancier clothes. It's really weird. The social structure is kind of more like a really, like, loosely based idea rather than something enforced with something just kind of wild. Let's see here. Oh yeah, absorbs health on enemies from love. Yeah, good stuff there. Alright. Honest trader requires key. Yeah, the only other chest, like all the other chests in like all the other homes, probably just have to deal with like, you know, like merchant chests, but the only other chest I'm like really curious about is the one that was above the throne in that one room. That's the only one that I'm like, how the hell do you get in that one? Right, yeah. I mean, he would have had to have been lucky, right? Like, something must have happened that he ended up in a situation where he found out that room didn't work. Or he was just ballsy enough to, like, give that a try and see if it was even possible to do anything bad in that room. Maybe I have the key for it now? Maybe. I'll have to give it a shot. I don't think I've explored everywhere first, though. Let's see here. Yeah, let me take a look at the map here. Forgotten City. Oh, there's a spot to the Forgotten City, actually. We should go check that out. Unlock. Oh, that's mine. Gotcha. Where's that? Just let me check this way first. I think we might be in the right section now. Oh, that's Erlin's house. There's this place. Which I guess you're looking down at the main chamber. This is like the bottom of the well, I guess. Or, well, midway. Oh, I think I just went in a giant circle. I think I'm going, like, that way. It's a pretty large area. Alright, let's see if we have the key for that one place I'm looking for. Oh yeah, also, we try to locate the object and find that one thing. Let's see, detect object. No. Locate object, there we go. Let's see. Container, door key, soldier written text, mineral, equipment. Equipment found. Oh gosh. Well, that's gonna be really difficult to find. And that's a dead end, actually. It could also just be random equipment on the floor, not specifically the ring that we're looking for. Usually it has a giant green glowing thing that helps out. Try it again. This should make it really easy to find. That's what I thought. Yeah, they said it rolled under the door, right? Yeah. That's what I thought too. But I wasn't seeing it with the detect object, so... Yeah, right. Unless something took it. Right. Let me try detect life, maybe? Do I have detect life? Yeah, there's nothing here. And there were bones, right? Yeah, let me follow the blood. And you're right, there were bones. We're all looking for that spell. Only masters know of it. Let's see here. Gosh, I just went in a big friggin' circle again. Odd. Yeah, here are the bones. Let me try looking for equipment over here then. Oh, great. Oh. Don't sense any equipment. Huh. This is why they added quest markers. No, it's very true. In a convoluted area such as this, they are definitely needed. Alright, I'm just gonna give up. It's fine. Let's try to find if we can, if we have the key to that chest that we need. Otherwise, I'm gonna, I think, reset it. And then kill the Arbiter. Because I don't want to, like, blame somebody for something that isn't real. Oh, we have to go up this way, right? It's funny because I'm using a spell called Locate Object, but yeah. Try looking for nests. Gotcha. It's fine. You know how I work. Unless it has, like, I want unique items, right? That's what I'm all about. If it doesn't lead me to a unique item, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. We can move on with our lives. Come on, let's cough. I think we just... Ooh. Come on. Here. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, hey, the gauntlets are there. I do have the full immaculate armor, don't I? Huh. Well, now I have 2 of them. That's interesting. Oh, right. Are all the doors resealed? Oh, I'm turning into a werewolf if I can. Can I? Oh, darn, I can't. Shoot. Yeah, usually they're not supposed to be there. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Not totally. Alright, now here's the thing. No. Alright. Well, I'm pretty much done. Like, we're pretty much done. Unless there's something amazing in here. Like, I'll go back if there's something amazing in here. But if not, I'm just gonna continue. Yeah, wow. That would have been incredibly disappointing. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm glad I didn't waste my time trying to figure that out. Alright, but we did unlock all the areas, so that's cool. And we have the keys to, like, everything that we needed to, so that's good. Yeah, no, I'm very glad that we just took a look at that, because... Alright, excellent. So yeah, let's then reset the thing and kill the Arbiter. Because I feel like that first time was actually pretty decent. Also, I feel like that's a tremendously bad call. To have a chest that requires a key that has like absolute crap items in it. That is just terrible. Let me see here. I think I have to go up to go out, I believe. Not this way, though. Oh, wasn't it a door this way? Alright, let's see here. Almost had it. All right. Oh, hey. I actually do need like kind animal blessings and whatnot. All right. The master locks. Come on. There we go. I do like how, just like, literally yesterday, we reset, like, set that to legendary. Crazy. We're already at 45 lockpicking. I think this is the better place to jump from. Go. Everybody's just on the dock. Oh, and yeah, let me just start this up and going.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Alright, let's fall into his portal, reset the time, and then basically... Hell, I guess I could just... Do I even need to say hi to anybody? Can I just run over? That'd be interesting. I wonder if that's even a thing. Alright, is this guy even coming our way? Why reset it? I don't want to doom some dude. See here. Jamie G. Boy, how's it going? I like that little emo. That's the, oh gosh, what is that thing called? Alright, let's see here. It's him writing the letter.
You must stop this from happening.
Alright, excellent. Nice. Oh, curling. Right. You know what? I might as well save the city a few times, right? Let me see here. So just arrived. We'll meet the Jarl and do his little thing, and then I think there's looters that are going to come down, so I'll save them from them as well, just to make sure everything's okay.
Might even have some quarters.
No thanks. I'll make my own way.
And if you have any questions about this place,
all right, excellent. Home stride.
Dr. Broad, the scholar. He seems to know a lot.
Oh, bro.
Go.
Hi there. Welcome to our city. Please, come down and see.
Okay. Floor.
I trust you're on your way to speak with the Jarl.
There we go. Just unlock the doors to make sure the way's open. Maybe that resolved itself. I'm not sure. We might be able to, but I'd like to do more for this town than just go down and kill the Arbiter, right?
Here's a key to the last vacant...
Otherwise, they don't even know I'm here, which would be kind of weird, right?
This... But that's odd. So the dwarves' law is... that is a shame.
Again.
I need... You must... As Jarl, I can't... And of... Now what do you
More
say?
for roleplay reasons.
Will you
I'm
help
sure
me?
if I just went down and killed the Arbiter, it would work the same way, but still, you know, it's nice to, you know, have a
You
friendly
mustn't
face
tell
and all that kind of stuff
anybody where
happen.
you're from.
Right, yes, I'll
If it
help
ha-
you.
Goodbye for now. And
Alright. Get the cushioned
Good luck.
boots.
I don't need to tell
and
you
help
what will
out.
happen.
Because we're supposed to defeat evil as a witch hunter, right? If we know evil's going to happen, we should totally go and kick its ass. But yeah, I guess let me reset the cell, I suppose. Go in and out again. And... oh, she's not coming to say anything. Odd.
Help!
Ah, here
There's
we
a
go.
looter coming into the city.
Alright, what did you see?
I saw a man come down the shaft, but he was armed and he looked like a looter. If he makes it into the city and starts attacking people, he'll break the dwarves' law, and who knows what will happen. You have to stop him.
Yeah, he's like right behind you. Run!
Everybody, go home and lock your doors.
Alright, let's take him down. Oop. There we go. Oh, gotcha. Right, yeah. So yeah, that's the background of our character, is that we're let's check that. We're a witch hunter, so basically we use evil to defeat evil. That's sort of our motto. You guys just chilling in the pool? Looks like they are just going in the pool. No, we are not a wood elf. We're actually a Breton. Basically, we use a combination of conjuration, archery, alchemy, and light armor. These guys are pretty much just stuck in here. There we go. Now, technically, it seems like they'll take care of Metellus for me, which is good. Bowl of burning. I think there should be more people that fall down through here. Let me grab a storm thrall. Oh yeah, gotcha. Thought I heard people. Oh gosh, where did they snuck behind me? What? What do you mean the kind hunting thing? Oh, that's actually part of Thunderchild. Yeah, that's part of Thunderchild. Basically, Kine is also, in addition to, you know, the god of nature and whatnot, she's also kind of in charge of the voice and the boom, which is pretty wild. Actually, it's cool. If we were a wood elf, what would happen is we actually have something called Imperius installed. And what's cool is, I think you get basically like a hawk that like swoops down and marks targets and you deal extra damage to them or something. Nah, but very close though, very close. It would seem probably very similar if I was a wood elf. What is it with them in the water and they have no idea what to do? Weird. There we go. Got it. Yeah, the Harrier Spirit. Awesome. Save the town, and then we'll save it once more. From itself, because they don't even know.
Is it over? Is it safe?
Alright, the looters are dead.
Oh, thank the gods. What a relief. We're so lucky that you arrived in time to stop them. I'll be sure to tell everyone what you've done for us. Thank you so much. If there's ever anything my husband Tabik and I can do to help you, just ask.
The Dwemer Jacuzzi of Paralysis. Alright, excellent. So this is the way to be. Now, let me see here. If we want to do this perfectly, I'd like to save that lady that's trapped in that one room. But I need to do it, like, when I freed her, she got angry and destroyed things. If I want to do it correctly, what I need to do is inform her husband, I guess? Like, I'd have to find her. Let's talk to her husband first. Although maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. Let's finish this. And then what we'll do is see if she's okay. Yeah, if they overthrow the Jarl, then yeah, maybe she'll be fine then. And you're right, yeah, he goes nuts instead too, so yeah, that's a tough call, right? So I think maybe just letting them overthrow the Jarl might be the safest option, and then hope that, you know, she's saved in the process. Let's try that. Yeah, I think we've helped them out with all the other stuff, which should be good. It's pretty funny. I mean, like, we pretty much like did a little bit of a speed run almost. We did a pretty good job, like getting this armor together and everything like that pretty quickly. All the other stuff was just basically making sure that we explored every aspect of the locations here and making sure we saw everything. There are probably still more NPC stories to go through, but we pretty much figured out what's going on here. It's just a bunch of nastiness. All right, let's do a bit of bound sword here. All right, let's see. Let's see here. Go. Yeah, I think, you know, when we get into... One of the things I want to do is when I go into, like, I eventually want to get into dual blades and stuff like that. But I think what I might do is, I definitely want to use one conjured weapon because they work so well. But I definitely am going to need some sort of, like, absorb stamina and absorb health. Oh. Didn't drop anything. Weird. Alright. Okay, these things have a ton of health. Let me go ahead and I'm actually going to summon a few things because getting through them is actually going to be a pretty tough deal. Let's get some Dremor Lords. That should help out. Oh yeah? Yeah, so that's what I was thinking, is having one hand with an, like, ultimate enchanted weapon with Apocalypse, well, I guess Summer Mist enchants and stuff, and then one with a bound weapon would be pretty good. Now granted, I'm not even going to attempt to do dual blades until I get enough perks to make it worth it, because right now you saw the pathetic damage I was dealing. And I do actually have, like, one-handed 60 at this point, which is kind of ridiculous, because for the longest time, it was just skill books. I wasn't actually using it, so pretty wild. No. Now, one thing I do have to be careful of is I can instantly unsummon my dudes, which can be a problem. actually, I don't think I've forgotten Magic Redone. I think I just, when it comes to spells, I think it's just Apocalypse spells, and I think there's a Druid summoning mod that I have as well. Alright, cool. So let's kill the Arbiter. We'll have to see how crazy he is, because I imagine he is. He's I mean, friggin', he could just wipe out people with crazy stuff.
And here you are. I've been waiting for you, Dovahkiin.
You know who I am?
Of course. To me, your memories are an open tome. To begin with, I know you have trespassed countless times against others of your kind.
Lucky guess.
And I know you are a brazen thief, compulsively stealing from your own kind, without remorse or restraint.
Is that all?
I know the blood of the beast flows in your veins.
Alright, you got me.
I also know you have come from the future. And why is that? Is your desire for power so great that you would break even the laws of time for it? It makes no difference. You will not take it from me. You would not be so foolish as to break my law.
You mean the dwarves' law?
I mean my law. I made it because your kind would be incapable of order, of peace without it.
Alright, so that would make you...
That makes me the Arbiter. I am also the founder. I discovered this site millennia ago, and the deposit of Ethereum beneath us. I laid the foundations, and I watched my children grow and learn and use the Ethereum to create marvels, technological wonders. But they grew quarrelsome and used their knowledge to create weapons to use against their own kind, and worse, their own father. So I confiscated their weapons and declared my law that each and every one of my children would live in perfect order, or they would not live at all. And here I am, millennia later, still waiting for children worthy of this city. And for my patience, it seems my reward is a visit from you, Dovahkiin. Well, why have you traveled through time to come here? What is it you seek?
Alright, Oh, Metellus' crimes have escaped your sight.
Speak plainly. What crimes has this self-proclaimed Jarl committed?
Metellus is keeping a woman prisoner in a citadel where you can't see it.
I see you believe what you are saying. It seems my misgivings about your kind were justified. He and his subjects must all be purged. Now, while I commend your honesty, I am afraid you too must be punished.
Wow, really?
For my law must be upheld. Goodbye, Dovahkiin.
Wow. I guess that was a little tattletale then.
Now, where were we?
Okay, so we gotta reset there, because I wasn't expecting that. There are so many different endings, it's insane. We'll just skip through that dialogue then. Wild. So you tell me he's like, well, I guess I'm gonna end it again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know.
And I know you. I know the. It makes no. I mean. So. Well. Why have you traveled through time to come
Enough
here?
talk. It's time for you to die.
What is it you seek? Ah, I see you have learned nothing from all this.
Wait, did it fail again? I'm confused. Oh gosh, I'm gonna die. Gosh, where are my health potions? Yeah. We're gonna need some resist magic as well. Let's probably get a poison on him as well. Do I have any resist magic? Yep, okay. And how about some shock as well?
Face your last moments with courage, Dorky.
Oh! I fell. They got him. Arbiter's Helmet. Allows the wearer to cast continuous shock spells effortlessly, but this power is blinding. Interesting. Optional. Travel back in time and show the Arbiter's Helmet to him of proof of your deeds. Oh, interesting. So the apocalypse still happened because I still used it, but I do get his helmet this time around. Interesting. Huh. I'll be real. I don't want to run back up there and do all that stuff again. Let's get the console command for this helmet, because I'm cool. I'm good. It's very clever, but I just... The time restarting is getting to me. Let's see here. Where's that helmet at? Yeah, going back and showing them you killed him. Yeah. Alright, what is this? Oh gosh, yeah, but I won't even know what that is, really. Darn. Oh well. I guess we'll go back to the surface. It's funny, we inadvertently looked at a lot of them. Oh, you got it? Okay, cool. Because I had it all set up so perfectly to be like, this is exactly how I want time to be. And then it's like, well, you attacked him, so I guess it counts. It's like, oh gosh, no. Oh. Well, I guess I'm gonna reload anyway, but still. Yeah? Okay, let's try that then. Let's see if it works. Yep, cool. Okay. Awesome. This mod's very cool. Don't get me wrong, but there's a little part of me that's like, we're doing this again, and it's driving me a little crazy. It's just driving me a little crazy. All right.
And here you are. I've been waiting for you, Dovahkiin.
Now, to be honest, I feel the way to go is to do the persuasion route. Mostly because I'm afraid if I show him the helmet, then I'll get angry, and then this whole thing will happen again. So we'll just go do it the safe way.
Of course. And what's this?
Although, let's see.
I see there is a helmet in your possession. Does not belong to you. It's...
Might as well see. It's your helmet. I'm going to take it from you after I kill you.
You kill me? That is not possible. And yet, I see you speak the truth. You have come unstuck from your own time. Your presence here is unnatural. Well then, Dovahkiin, why have you returned with this grim trophy? Have you come simply to gloat of your foul deed?
That's what he has. I want you to put a stop to the dwarves' law.
Do you comprehend what you are asking me to do? You are asking me to abandon millennia of work. The very thought of it grieves me. And yet, you have left me with no choice, have you? If I agree, I will destroy my life's work. But if I refuse, you will destroy me.
Cool. This is pretty awesome.
Well played, Dovahkiin. You will have your wish.
So you'll stop all this?
I will stop. From this point forward, your kind will be free to live how they choose, in whatever chaos and squalor they create for themselves. I will destroy this Ethereum to ensure your kind can never exploit it, and you may all return to the world of man, should you wish. But I warn you, Dovahkiin, making these changes will create a paradox in time. The events that brought you here will never have taken place. What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering with the past. Now, are you ready?
Alright, I'm ready to get out of here.
Goodbye, Dovahkiin.
I like that ending, actually. I like that ending. It's much more fierce. Awesome. And then there's Altair.
Hey! You startled me there. Wait. I know you.
You do?
You're... No, that can't be right. For a moment there, I thought you were... You know, the one the statue was meant to honor.
Alright, you're Altarius. Your sister asked me to find you.
Cassia!
Oh, I completely forgot. I asked her to wait for me at the top of the lift, and... I guess I got so tied up in this place that I lost track of time.
I'd better head back up and let her know I'm alright. Hey, do you want to come with me? We can chat along the way.
Alright, lead the way.
Great. Follow me.
So we'll have to see if things are relatively the same as they were before.
Shall we? Don't want to keep my sister waiting any longer. So, you're probably wondering what I've been doing down here. I guess it's been, what, a few days? I'll be honest. I came down here looking for a haul I could unload on the next merchant I met. I just wasn't expecting to find a thriving city, and the history of this place is amazing. Did you know that up until about 7 years ago, they had what they called the Dwarves' Law? Apparently there were inscriptions warning
seems pretty similar.
If one person committed a crime, everyone else would pay for it. But they were all trapped in the city with no way out, so they lived in fear that someone would break the law and get them all killed. Then, one day, a strange woman appeared in the city out of nowhere. They say she just walked out of the lake house, like she owned the place. And she wore this spectacular dwarven armor. A lot like the armor you're wearing now, actually. And a few people saw her walk into this quarry, into a field of deadly radiation, like it was nothing. Like it hadn't killed people before her. And then, the ground started shaking, and golden statues were collapsing, and inscriptions were crumbling all over the city, all at the same time.
And the sun under the ground, which used to light up the entire cavern, bursts into flame and explodes.
And strangest of all, the cavern roof opens up like the petals of a flower. And there's real sunlight for the first time in thousands of years.
Yeah, it seems to be exactly the same.
Of course, people start wondering, did she just walk down here and single-handedly dismantle whatever was keeping the Dwarves' Law going? Who was she? Was she still alive? So Bro, the local scholar, goes down into the quarry to take a look. But now the whole place is empty. But all the way at the bottom, sitting alone in the darkness, is a statue of a stranger. Oddest tale I ever heard.
Cool. Alright, and yep, this guy's the Jarl. Awesome.
Hey, I remember you. You're back. After all this time.
And, how have you been since the Dwarves' Law is lifted?
Can't complain, my friend. You know, not long after they executed Metellus, turns out he was behind Macy's disappearance. They made me Jarl. It was a bit of a shock, to be honest. But I guess they wanted someone who wasn't at all like Metellus. Jarl Galvar. Still sounds strange to me. And I guess I have you to thank for it. If you hadn't freed us from the dwarves' laws, Ulrun could never have overthrown Metellus. So, thanks. I imagine you'll be moving on soon, but you'll always be welcome here. We even kept your chambers exactly as you left them.
Alright. And let's just see if they're living happily together in here. Well, actually, wasn't it this house? Oh, well, they're not here right now. But yeah, let's take a look around just for a second. See how everything's going. Yeah, because I think that's...
Need something?
Yeah, I think that's the child of... Was it you? Yeah.
Hey, I know who you are. It's wonderful to see you
Yeah, because I
again.
think their child died before. How have you been since the Dwarves' Law was lifted?
Oh, you wouldn't believe what a difference it's made. Habik and I finally felt safe enough to have another son.
Oh.
His name's Malik and he's 6.
Oh, gotcha. It's not gotcha.
He's just discovered his love for running. And fortunately, running isn't something Habik and I have to do anymore. We're safe here. I have no idea what you did to bring an end to the Dwarves' Law, but whatever it was, thank you so much.
Okay, so they didn't resurrect.
We'll never
They just
forget
got more sons. Okay. Are you? No. Oh, where did he go? Oh, he's there. Okay, I just want to check. We're gonna have to look around town a bit. But I guess they did find that lady, so I guess she is safe and she's somewhere here. Cool though. Awesome. It seems like everything worked out pretty well. Duly. Alright, cool. Let's get out of here then. Now, does that mean we never got a letter from Cassia? That's a little weird, isn't it? let's go. Yeah, that was wild. I really like the way that they used time to as a tool, right? Because it is kind of weird. We use saves all the time to undo things that we don't like or something, but this used it as a way of progression, which is very, very awesome. I like how they did that. Alright.
Yes, there you are. Thank the gods you're all right. What kept you so long?
I know. Sorry, Cass. I lost track of time again. It's just that this city is so amazing. You have to come down with me and see it for yourself. I promise. It's perfectly safe.
Well, all right. But first, let me thank our friend.
All right.
Thank you so much for bringing him back in one piece. I really thought I'd lost him. I can't thank you enough.
Welcome.
Now, I promised you a reward. This is something I always carry with me, and it's become very dear to me. I'd like you to have it. Thanks again. My brother and I are in your debt.
Awesome. Great stuff. Let's see what we got. Oh, let's make sure we put on our actual clothes back on. Friggin' A. We're wearing like some crazy stuff right now. The Immaculate Dwarven stuff. Rosis. Savior's Hide. I think that's everything, right? Yeah, okay, cool. And let me check out that amulet. The silver amulet of silver tongues. What'd you call it? Oh, there we go. Talisman. Prices? No way. Prices are 24% better and vendors will buy stolen items. Wow. That's actually really awesome because normally you can only do that through the Thieves Guild. Cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Nice. Oh, the door just opened for us. Oh, a message from the developer, Nick Parse. Hope you enjoyed Forgotten City. I'd love to know what you thought of it, so please get in touch. Got a Twitter, a Facebook, and a YouTube. And P.S. Forgotten City has multiple endings. If you're not happy with the one you got, try again. Nice. And there's the cast. Awesome. Friggin' A. Great stuff. That was an amazing mod, actually. Holy crap. But that was absolutely wild. There are so many different endings, and we did find out a decent amount of them, mostly because I just wanted to find everything. Because I'm a bit of a hoarder. What's new? But yeah, cool stuff. Now, as if they'd know that Iron Bar's stolen, right? Oh gosh, what's trying to attack me right now? Was it a goblin? Really? Yeah. It's coming. Forgotten City's coming to Steam in 2019 as a standalone game. Awesome. Honestly, it's a great concept. It says a lot about social structure, and it's really, really excellent. I really enjoyed that. Friggin' A. Bashing shield. I'll take it. Nice. All right then. It's getting late for me. Gosh, time flies when you're doing that quest. Oh yeah. Oh, it'll still offer new surprises for those who've already done it. Gotcha. Offering new takes on characters, new music, voice acting, and really interesting. Awesome. Cool stuff. All right then. We'll stop there for the day. I think what we're gonna do is we've done a lot of artifact hunting, and so I think what we're going to do is at the beginning of each stream we'll do at least one small adventure trying to find a word wall. So I'll sort of start in High Hrothgar, ask where the next word walls are, go there, and then yeah, I guess we'll have to see. I'm not actually sure what thing to do next. we do actually have a lot of modded quest lines. There's Moon and Star, there's Clockwork, there's Beyond, Skyrim Bruma, there's Falskar. Apparently Apotheosis is actually still just a demo, so I might not be doing that until it's actually fully complete. But gosh, we got a lot of options. I'm trying to think what would be best be. Maybe the Thieves Guild. Maybe the Thieves Guild is the best way to go, because we would actually also get the Skeleton Key eventually, right? So maybe that's the best way to go. So maybe we'll do the Thieves Guild next time. Go to Riften, do all that kind of stuff. Train our sneak a little bit, do all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. See you, everybody!